rocking with
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report Podcast.
I gotta ask you this because I'm not anti-white by no means, but I am definitely pro-black. So, what can the city do to continue to assist black-owned businesses to progress in the city? Many consider has a lot of racial bias. So, what can we do?
I think we got to celebrate small businesses owned by people of color and talk about their success and find pathways that work for them to continue to be successful. One idea we had for small businesses, black and brown owned as well as white person, is a one-stop shopping at permitting, so you don't have to go back every 2 weeks to get another one-stop, because then it's a small business. You got to get open and get people in the door.
Yeah.
So that's one idea. But, yeah, we would make sure that, the neighborhood, this is a city of neighborhoods, and the neighborhoods.
You know your stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the neighborhoods are driven by small business.
Yeah.
And black and brown folks that own those businesses are a huge part, and we have to make sure they're getting everything they need to be successful.
Yeah. So with all the ICE and immigration stuff that's going on in the country, what do you think about Boston being a sanctuary city?
Well, and sanctuary cities, a political term, not a legal term.
Right.
So I completely stand with our immigrant communities. I'm opposed to the mass deportation plan. I think it's abhorrent that people could be in their house of worship, in their workplace, kids could be in school, and they could just be pulled out, even if they have no connection to violent crime.
Right.
I do support the Trust Act, which directs Boston police to work with ICE for folks that have committed a violent crime.
Okay. So, I've been seeing on the news lately, like parents being ripped away from their children and stuff like that, and taken, and that's a tough thing to watch. I really hate watching the news because it's all a lot of sad and negative information that you might see on there, so it kind of gets you down. I'm definitely against mass deportation, but the people of Boston are not happy with all the funds being delegated to these things, while the lack of funding may be available for us. So what do you say to them?
We can't forget. Of course, we have to take care of people that are here and protect them, but we can't forget the generations of Bostonians who have worked hard and and raised their families here, who might be in some tough times. We have always got to make sure we're thinking about all of our residents. Mm-hmm.
So what do you think we can do for the people that, they feel some type of way? I know you said, we can't forget about them, but what do you, because people look at it like, we're not getting that support, but you're giving the support to
I understand.
People that are not.
Well, I think it's creating, basically, big picture, it's, making education better, creating more pathways to home ownership. And that might benefit both groups, but the folks that have been here longer could qualify for these. Schools better, home ownership opportunities, small business support. But I think it's important that we don't forget the folks that have been here, worked hard.
Right. Clearly, this is a two-person race.
Yeah. Oh, well, I know there's other people.
There's other people involved, but, I looked at the stats, and, they have Wu in front right now and you in second.
Yep.
Wu's campaign, I seen a commercial. They said you're supported by Trump MAGA donors. And, people say that it's like shock value. Yeah. And there's been accusations of election violations from one side to another. There have been accusations online, like she's saying you might have committed election violations. And
she did? With what? I didn't even see it.
Campaigned campaign criticized Wu's campaign for accepting donations for advocacy groups that did not disclose their donors as well. You said that about them.
Oh, yeah.
So they didn't.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, they're allowed to, yeah. That was just sort of, here's the bottom line about Trump and me. So, look, I'm a Democrat. I voted for Kamala Harris, financially supported her. I've never given a dime to Donald Trump. I've never voted for Donald Trump. Frankly, or personally, I think he's unfit emotionally to be emotionally. I don't think he's got the ethics or values to be president of the United States. Now, I know in my family, my dad is, I love my dad. We agree on many things. One of the things we've disagreed on is Donald Trump. So since he came on the scene in 2016. So that's how I answer that. And then, I'm trying to keep my critiques to policy issues. Mass and gas, schools, bike lanes, housing.
Which is bigger, to stay away from the personal attacks.
I don't.
Because I feel like sometimes that don't get you nowhere. But we tend to side with the first story we hear.
Of course,
Or maybe the person we might be closest to or know. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for people to believe, that the affiliation with, Trump and stuff like that. It's a good thing that you addressed that room, and I appreciate it. But you did receive $1 million donation from New Balance chairman and Republican mega donor Jim Davis and Michael Rubin, a sports businessman, former owner of Philadelphia 76ers, also a friend of your father. I will say this, right? Politics is like two big gangs sometimes. It's like Democrats, we're on one side, Republicans on the other. But at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and we got to make the right choice. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody's a Republican don't mean I disagree with everything this person stands for. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if somebody's donating to your cause, which you're trying to help this city, I don't feel like that should be scrutinized. You know what I'm saying? Depending on if somebody's trying to do the right thing, So, but you did receive $1 million from them.
I'm caught up in this fast life. Every morning that I pray.